you've been waiting with no game.
For years, whispers and speculations have swirled around Kandi Burruss, the multifaceted star known for her music, business ventures, and reality television presence. From her early days in Xscape to her thriving empire today, the public has always been captivated by her life. But amidst the glitz and glamour, rumors have persisted, fueling curiosity and intrigue. Now, Kandi is ready to address the speculation head-on. What exactly has she confirmed? Are there shocking revelations on the horizon? Let's dive into the details and uncover the truth behind the headlines.
Baby, show me what you can bring, 'cause some try to swing.
How it all started. Xscape is an American girl group that originated in Atlanta, Georgia, and became one of the most successful R&B acts of the 1990s. The group was formed by 5 young women: Kandi Burruss, Tamara Coggins, Tamika Tiny Cottle, LaTosha Scott, and Tamika Scott. The group's origins trace back to their time together at Tri-Cities High School in East Point, Georgia, a school known for its strong performing arts program. It was here that the group members connected over their shared love for music and began to form what would become Xscape. Their chemistry and vocal harmonies quickly stood out, setting them apart as a formidable singing group in the local Atlanta music scene. Their talent soon caught the attention of Jermaine Dupri, a young producer who was quickly making a name for himself in the industry. In 1991, the group was invited to perform at Dupri's birthday party.
Come into my house last night when I got your back.
A significant moment that would change their path. Impressed by their performance, Dupri saw potential in the group and decided to work with them. Recognizing the opportunity to nurture their talent and help them grow, Dupri signed Xscape to his newly formed record label, So Def Recordings, in 1992. So Def, which became a powerhouse in the 90s, was known for promoting young, fresh talent, and Xscape fit perfectly into Dupri's vision of developing a new sound in R&B music. However, not long after their signing, Tamara Coggins left the group, reducing Xscape to a quartet. The reasons behind Coggins' departure have been the subject of speculation. Tamara Coggins' departure from Xscape in 1992 remains one of the lesser-known yet pivotal moments in the group's history. At the time, Xscape was still an emerging act, just beginning to find its footing in the competitive R&B music industry. As a result, Tamara's exit flew largely under the radar, and many fans were unaware of the circumstances surrounding her departure.
She don't know, it really turns me on. She'll never.
However, as time went on and Xscape gained fame, more details about the situation came to light, revealing a complex mix of creative differences, personal conflicts, and managerial decisions. Xscape had just begun working with Jermaine Dupri, who had recently signed the group to his So Def label. Dupri, known for his keen ear for talent and ability to craft hit records, quickly assumed a significant role in shaping the group's sound and image. However, it soon became apparent that Dupri had reservations about Tamara's fit within the group. According to Kandi Burruss, one of the group's key members, tensions began to rise when Dupri and Tamara had a major argument during a studio session. This confrontation was significant enough that Dupri decided to remove Tamara from the group. Kandi's mother, Joyce Jones, who was closely involved with the group during their early years, offered additional insights into the situation. According to her, Dupri felt that something was missing with Tamara's presence in the group. He reportedly believed that Tamara was not as strong a singer as the other members, and this was a concern for a group striving to establish itself in an industry where vocal prowess was paramount. Dupri's perception that Tamara couldn't hold her own vocally led to his decision to part ways with her, a move that significantly altered the group's dynamics. The departure of Tamara Coggins could have destabilized the group, especially given that they were on the brink of their big break. However, the remaining members, Kandi Burruss, Tamika Cottle, LaTosha Scott, and Tamika Scott pressed on, adapting quickly to the changes. Despite the dramatic exit, Tamara Coggins moved on from the group and built a successful life outside of the music industry. In the years following her departure, she focused on her personal life and career, eventually marrying and starting a family. Tamara established a thriving construction business, which allowed her to find success and fulfillment in a field far removed from the music industry. Interestingly, despite the circumstances of her departure, Tamara maintained a good relationship with some of her former bandmates, particularly Kandi Burruss. This continued friendship was evident when Tamara attended Kandi's wedding party in 2014, a public acknowledgement of the bond that had endured despite the earlier fallout. Her ability to stay connected with Kandi and remain on amicable terms with the group speaks to the maturity and resilience she displayed following her exit. Xscape debut. Xscape's rise to prominence in the early 1990s was marked by their debut album Hummin' Comin' at Cha, which showcased their talent and set the stage for their success in the R&B genre. Released on October 12, 1993, the album was a significant milestone for the group and played a crucial role in establishing them as a leading act in the music industry. Hummin' Comin' at Cha was produced by Jermaine Dupri and Manuel Seal, whose contributions were integral to shaping the album's distinctive sound. Jermaine Dupri, a renowned producer and founder of So-So Def Recordings, was instrumental in crafting the album's production, which combined smooth R&B melodies with contemporary hip-hop influences. Manuel Seal, known for his work on various successful projects, also played a key role in the album's production, adding depth and polish to the group's sound. Upon its release, Hummin' Comin' at Cha quickly made its mark on the charts. The album peaked at number 17 on the Billboard 200, demonstrating its broad appeal beyond the R&B genre. More impressively, it reached number 3 on the Billboard Top R&B/Hip Hop Albums chart, highlighting its strong performance within the genre. The album's commercial success was further underscored by its platinum certification from the Recording Industry Association of America, reflecting over 1 million copies sold in the United States. The album's lead single, Just Kickin' It, was a major hit that played a pivotal role in the album's success. Released in August 1993, the song showcased Xscape's signature harmonies and laid-back R&B style. Just Kickin' It topped the Billboard Hot R&B/Hip Hop Singles and Tracks chart, demonstrating the group's strong connection with the R&B audience. It also achieved significant success on the mainstream charts, reaching number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100.
If anybody knew that it was you in your house that
The single's success was further cemented by its 2-time platinum certification from the RIAA, marking over 2 million copies sold in the United States. The track's infectious groove and catchy lyrics contributed to its widespread popularity and enduring appeal. Following the success of Just Kickin' It, Xscape released Understanding as the album's second single. This track continued the group's momentum, reaching the top 10 on the Billboard Hot 100. Understanding was well received for its emotional depth and smooth production, showcasing the group's vocal range and lyrical maturity. The single also achieved platinum certification from the RIAA, indicating over 1 million copies sold in the United States. The success of Understanding solidified Xscape's reputation as a leading R&B group and highlighted its ability to produce hits that resonated with both critics and fans. In 1994, Xscape toured as the opening act for Salt-N-Pepa's Very Necessary 12-Play tour. This opportunity provided them with valuable exposure, as Salt-N-Pepa was one of the prominent female hip-hop acts of the time. Touring with such a high-profile group allowed Xscape to reach new audiences and establish themselves further in the music industry. During this period, Xscape also contributed to the soundtrack of the comedy film The Mask, with the song Who's That Man? This inclusion in a popular film soundtrack helped to broaden their appeal and showcase their versatility as artists. After the success of their debut album, Xscape re-entered the studio to work on their second album, Off the Hook. The album was produced by a new lineup of producers, including Organized Noise, Kevin Kendricks, and Daryl Simmons. This shift in production brought a fresh sound to the group, contributing to a more mature and polished musical style. Off the Hook was released on July 11, 1995, and achieved significant commercial success. The album peaked at number 23 on the Billboard 200 and number 3 on the Billboard Top R&B/Hip Hop Albums chart. It was certified platinum by the RIAA, reflecting over 1 million copies sold in the United States. The album's lead single, Feels So Good, was released in June 1995 and became one of the defining tracks of the album.
We should never let it go. Right here for you.
The song reached number 32 on the Billboard Hot 100 and was praised for its smooth production and catchy hook. Feels So Good marked a continuation of Xscape's successful formula of blending R&B with contemporary production styles. The second single from the album, Who Can I Run To?, was a cover of the Jones Girls' 1979 song of the same name. Released on October 3, 1995, this track became one of Xscape's most successful singles. It topped the Billboard Hot R&B/Hip Hop Songs chart and reached the top 10 on the Billboard Hot 100. Who Can I Run To was particularly notable for its platinum certification by the RIAA, signifying over 1 million copies sold. The song's success solidified Xscape's reputation as a leading R&B act and demonstrated their ability to reinterpret classic songs with their unique style. The album also featured Do You Want To and Can't Hang, released as double A-side singles.
That's how we should keep it.
Both tracks were well received, with Do You Want to achieve a top 10 position on the R&B chart. These singles continued to build on Xscape's success and showcase their evolving sound. Off the Hook not only achieved commercial success, but also earned critical acclaim. The album won the Soul Train Music Award for R&B/Soul Album of the Year group, band, or duo in 1996. This recognition highlighted Xscape's growing influence and its ability to produce high-quality, impactful music. In 1996, Xscape continued to capitalize on their success by touring with LL Cool, Jay and R. Kelly on the Down Low Top Secret Tour. This tour further established their presence in the industry and exposed them to new audiences. Additionally, Xscape contributed to MC Lyte's song, Keep On, Keepin' On, which became a top 10 hit on the Billboard Hot 100. This collaboration showcased their versatility and ability to work effectively with other artists in the industry. The group issues. As the group's popularity increased, so did the personal and professional conflicts among the members.
Let 'em know, never let it show. If you know, like I know, we should never let it go.
Trust issues became a significant problem, leading to heated arguments and strained relationships. An example of this tension was a confrontation where Kandi Burruss expressed her frustration, questioning the implications of accusations made against her, indicating deep-seated issues among the group members. Xscape faced criticism from industry insiders who felt the group's image was too street or ghetto. This criticism was directed at their style and presentation, which some perceived as not aligning with mainstream expectations. Despite this, Xscape remained true to its identity and embraced its distinctive style. Their confidence in their image and music helped them maintain their authenticity, although it did not completely shield them from the pressures and criticisms of the industry. In 1994, the group faced a significant setback when Tamika Scott was arrested for shoplifting. This incident had the potential to derail her career and impact the group's reputation. However, Xscape managed to continue their success despite this challenge, releasing 3 albums in total before facing more serious issues. By mid-1997, Xscape began recording their 3rd album, Traces of My Lipstick.
And these 2 walls will keep you warm.
Despite their efforts, internal disagreements continued to grow. LaTocha Scott, in particular, expressed her desire to pursue a solo career. This decision led to a renegotiation of the group's contract with So So Def, reflecting the changing dynamics within the group. In late 1998, during their promotional tour, LaTocha Scott left Xscape to focus on her solo endeavors. Her departure marked a turning point for the group. Shortly after, Xscape went on hiatus, signaling the end of their active collaboration as a group. During Xscape's hiatus in the late 90s, members Kandi Burruss and Tamika Tiny Cottle explored new opportunities as a duo. They formed CAT, an acronym for Kandi and Tiny, and sought to secure a record deal. Despite their efforts, they did not manage to land a deal for their project. However, their collaboration yielded significant success in other ways. While working on material for their duo, Burruss and Cottle wrote a song titled No Scrubs. Although the song was initially intended for CAT's album, it was ultimately given to TLC for inclusion on their album Fan Mail, 1999. Released as the lead single from Fan Mail, No Scrubs became a major hit. It topped the Billboard Hot 100 and charts in several other countries, becoming a defining track of the late 90s. The success of No Scrubs not only cemented TLC's position as one of the leading female groups of the time, but also highlighted Burruss and Cottle's songwriting talent. The song's popularity was a significant achievement for them, showcasing their ability to craft hits for other artists. The success of No Scrubs earned Kandi Burruss and Tiny Cottle considerable recognition in the music industry. At the 42nd Annual Grammy Awards, they won the Grammy Award for Best R&B Song as Songwriters. This accolade was a testament to their skill and creativity in songwriting, marking a high point in their careers outside of Xscape. The success of No Scrubs also paved the way for Kandi Burruss' solo career. Her involvement in writing Bills for Destiny's Child's album, The Writings on the Wall, 1999, further solidified her reputation as a talented songwriter. Bills became a #1 hit, enhancing Burruss' profile in the industry. Following the success of these songwriting ventures, Burruss secured a solo record deal with Columbia Records. This opportunity allowed her to pursue her musical career, building on the momentum from her songwriting achievements. The dynamics within Xscape were fraught with tension, particularly during the time leading up to the group's split. LaTocha Scott has often pointed to Kandi Burruss' involvement with Jermaine Dupri as a major source of tension within the group. According to LaTocha, Kandi's relationship with Dupri, who was the producer and the mastermind behind Xscape's success, was not widely known at the time. LaTocha explained it wasn't a public relationship, it was very much so private. She believed that this private relationship created a rift within the group, as it led to feelings of distrust and suspicion among the members. LaTocha felt that Kandi's closeness to Dupri could have influenced decisions and dynamics within the group, which might have contributed to the strain that ultimately split them apart. Kandi Burruss, on the other hand, has a different take on what caused the group to fracture. She believes that LaTocha's husband, Rocky Bivens, played a significant role in creating division within Xscape. According to Kandi, Rocky was involved in questionable dealings that undermined trust among the group members. Specifically, Kandi revealed that Rocky was working with a promoter to secure shows for the group. However, instead of operating transparently, Rocky allegedly struck a side deal with the promoter where he would receive an additional fee on top of what the group was being paid. This arrangement, according to Kandi, was done without the knowledge of the other group members, leading to feelings of betrayal when the truth came out. The revelation of Rocky's behind-the-scenes maneuvering strained the group's relationships further, pushing Latocha to isolate herself from the rest of the members. The distrust that ensued from this situation was another significant factor contributing to the eventual disbandment of Xscape. The differing accounts from Latocha and Kandi underscore the complicated and multifaceted nature of Xscape's breakup. On one side, Latocha felt that personal relationships within the group had crossed professional boundaries, leading to an unhealthy dynamic that ultimately couldn't be sustained. On the other side, Kandi felt that external influences, particularly the actions of Latocha's husband, were responsible for creating an environment of mistrust and deception. Jermaine Dupri's revelations about his role in Xscape's breakup provide a deeper insight into the internal dynamics that eventually led to the group's dissolution. During an appearance on the show Uncensored, Dupri acknowledged that he felt partially responsible for the tensions within the group, not because of any favoritism towards Kandi Burruss, but due to the way he managed the group's direction, which unintentionally fostered a sense of competition and division among the members. When Xscape first came to Dupri, the group had a strong sense of unity, with all members equally sharing the spotlight. They were a tight-knit ensemble, with each member contributing significantly to their sound and stage presence. However, Dupri's songwriting and production style began to shift this balance. As he worked with the group, he started writing songs that prominently featured Kandi Burruss. This creative decision, although not intended to cause conflict, had the unintended effect of making Kandi appear as the de facto leader of the group. Dupri explained that his approach to writing and arranging music led to Kandi being perceived as the face of Xscape, which naturally created tension, particularly with Latocha Scott. Latocha had always seen herself as the group's leader, both in terms of vocal prowess and stage presence. However, as Kandi started to take on more prominent roles in the songs, Latocha began to feel sidelined. Latocha Scott struggled to accept this shift in group dynamics. From her perspective, it seemed as though Dupri was favoring Kandi, giving her more opportunities and visibility at the expense of the other members. This perceived favoritism was a significant point of contention, leading Latocha to question her role within the group and ultimately consider pursuing a solo career. Latocha's decision to go solo was a culmination of these growing frustrations. She felt that her contributions were being overshadowed and that her position within the group was being diminished. The situation was further exacerbated by Dupri's decision-making, which, in Latocha's view, continued to favor Kandi. This sense of being undervalued and overlooked led Latocha to step away from Xscape and focus on establishing herself as a solo artist.
Who loves you?
The tension between Latocha and Kandi intensified when Kandi also decided to pursue a solo project. According to Latocha, her solo album was put on hold for reasons that were not entirely clear to her. To her surprise and frustration, Kandi soon after released her solo project. In an interview with Odyssey, Latocha expressed her belief that there might have been something more behind the scenes influencing these decisions, particularly the idea that Kandi's relationship with Dupri might have played a role in the shelving of her album. Kandi, however, has consistently refuted these claims. She stated that she had no involvement in the decision to delay Latocha's album and pointed out that they were not even signed to the same record label at that time. Kandi's solo endeavors were entirely separate from Latocha's, and any overlap in timing was purely coincidental, according to her. Dupri's admission on Uncensored sheds light on the unintended consequences of his creative choices. While he intended to craft the best possible music for Xscape, the way he distributed vocal roles and structured the group's songs led to internal conflicts. Kandi, who was thrust into a more prominent position, became the focal point of the group's perceived imbalance, while Latocha, who felt she should be the leader, saw her influence wane. The favoritism LaTocha perceived, whether real or imagined, was a major factor in her decision to distance herself from the group and eventually go solo. This move was not just a career choice, but a response to a deep-seated belief that she was not being given the respect and opportunities she deserved within Xscape. After the group disbanded, each member went on to pursue their projects and careers, but the impact of these conflicts lingered. LaTocha and Kandi's differing perspectives on what led to the group's split continued to be a point of contention, even in later years.
I know you're going. I can't make you.
As the group occasionally reunited or discussed their past experiences. The group reunion. Xscape's journey throughout the thousands and 2010s were marked by multiple reunions, lineup changes, and the struggle to recapture the magic of their initial success. Here's an extensive overview of the group's activities and evolution during this period. In early 2000, Xscape briefly reunited without Kandi Burruss, who declined to rejoin due to her growing success as a songwriter and solo artist. As a trio, the group contributed to Lil Bow Wow's debut single, Bounce With Me, which became a hit. Despite this success, the group disbanded again later that year. In 2005, Xscape reformed with original members Tameka Cottle, LaTocha Scott, Tamika Scott, and a new member, Keisha Miles. Kandi Burruss chose not to participate in this reunion. The group recorded an album titled Unchained, which was set for release in 2005, but was ultimately shelved. They released a single, What's Up, but it failed to chart, leading to their disbandment in 2006. In 2013, LaTocha and Tamika Scott performed as Xscape at the So So Def 20th anniversary concert, signaling the start of a gradual reconciliation among the members. The group fully reunited in 2017, with all 4 original members performing together for the first time in nearly 2 decades at the BET Awards. They followed this with appearances on daytime television and their headlining tour, the Great Xscape Tour. They also launched a reality show, Xscape, Still Kicking It, on Bravo, which documented their reunion and tour preparations.
Run to the arms of the one who loves you.
After the tour, Kandi Burruss left the group again to perform on Broadway. The remaining members continued as Xscape 3 and released an EP titled Here For It in 2018, featuring singles like Wifed Up and Dream Killer. Burruss later rejoined Xscape for their performance at the 2018 Essence Festival. And in 2019, the group was honored at the Black Music Honors, celebrating their lasting impact on R&B. In November 2022, Xscape was honored with the Lady of Soul Award at the 2022 Soul Train Awards. This recognition celebrated the group's enduring influence and contributions to R&B music over the years. However, the group's lineup saw another shift shortly after this accolade, as LaTocha Scott announced her departure in December 2022 to focus on her solo career. Following LaTocha's exit, Xscape continued to maintain a presence in the entertainment industry. On March 5th, 2023, the group, along with fellow R&B legends SWV, premiered their reality show, SWV and Xscape, the Queens of R&B. The show offered fans an inside look at the dynamics within and between the 2 iconic female groups, covering everything from their personal lives to the challenges of managing their careers. In March 2024, Xscape and SWV Co. headlined the Queens of R&B Tour, bringing together their timeless hits and showcasing their lasting appeal to audiences across the country. Despite the changes in the group's lineup and the evolving music landscape, Xscape continued to make significant contributions to the world of R&B, solidifying its legacy as one of the genre's most influential groups. The idea of an Xscape comeback has always lingered in the minds of fans who have followed the group since their 90s heyday. Over the years, Xscape has experienced numerous ups and downs, lineup changes, and individual pursuits, yet their impact on R&B remains undeniable. Every time the original members come together, there's a spark of excitement, a reminder of the magic they created with hits like Just Kickin' It and Understanding. The group's sporadic reunions have kept that hope alive. Whether it's their powerful performance at the 2017 BET Awards, their headlining tour, or their reality show, each appearance hints at the possibility of a full-fledged comeback. Fans have seen glimpses of what could be, but there's always a longing for more. A new album, a tour that brings back the original chemistry, or even just a unified front that shows they've moved past old conflicts. What do you think of Xscape's dissolution? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Did you like this video? Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more entertaining videos. And do not forget to explore our other videos for more interesting stories and insights.